This is a YouTube video from the Roaring Twenties Antique Radio Museum. And these videos are hosted by Daniel Dames. He's the curator of the museum. Recently, Daniel sent me a new piece. He sent me a Kennedy Model 110 receiver. This is from the 20s. What's interesting about this receiver is it's a regenerative receiver. And here's the regeneration knob here. If you turn this knob up far enough and you give the regeneration circuit enough gain, it just goes right into oscillation. And being it's a tuned receiver, it oscillates at the frequency that it's tuned at. What's also interesting is if we look into the inside of this receiver, we can see the vacuum tube here. It seems to be clouded, but it works. And it's a vacuum tube from the 20s. If maybe it quit working, maybe the filament would open up or it would get damaged somehow. There actually are more of this particular model vacuum tube available. I looked on eBay and I was able to score 6 more of these vacuum tubes. Apparently, you know, they were popular vacuum tubes at the time. Another thing interesting about this receiver is how it is tuned. Usually, you know, these old receivers are LC tuned. They were tuned with inductors and capacitors, and that's what created the oscillator circuits. You would adjust the capacitor in order to change the frequency, and the pretty much the coils would be set. But in this Kennedy receiver, you have these inventions in here that are tunable coils. This is a coil. It contains a primary and a secondary, and as you rotate the interior of the coil, that tunes the circuit. And it has another one over here, and I'm turning the knob, and that actually changes the geometry of the coil. Here's a major coil in the middle, and here is a tunable capacitor here. But I haven't gotten to run this receiver yet. It runs off batteries. I need to order some batteries for it. Back in the 20s, they didn't really have a power grid operating, so you wouldn't just plug your device into the mains. You would run stuff off batteries. So I'm going to order some batteries and fire it up. And what I'm going to test for is I want to see if it can go into oscillation. I'm going to tune in a signal, identify what the frequency is. I'm going to crank up the regeneration knob and get the receiver to go into oscillation. I have a suspicion that when this receiver goes into oscillation, that it won't just oscillate in a normal sine wave manner. I think that if you create an oscillation by using over regeneration, I think you're going to clip the signal at that point, and so your megahertz oscillation is going to look like a square wave, and so that's going to generate some nonlinear effects. But it should be interesting. I'm going to order the batteries next, and I should have another video maybe in a month's time, just checking out the Kennedy 110 receiver, and that's it.